What's up, YouTube? Pink Reaper here. This is very different than kind of anything I've ever uploaded before. Well, I guess not that different if you really think about it. I used to do card games a lot, right? But this is MTGA, Magic the Gathering Arena. I've played this a lot. I got big into Magic the Gathering a while after I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But I never really took Standard super seriously. I've only really played EDH, Commander Magic, but just recently I got a bit more into Standard Best of One. I made it all the way up to Mythic, not with this deck, mind you, with a different deck. Black-White Life Gain, which is a much better deck than this, if I'm being entirely honest, just in terms of how it deals with the meta. But once I got into, the highest rank I could get into on Arena, Mythic rank, I immediately switched over to this deck, deck list I saw online a while back, mostly because I just thought it was a hilarious meme. This is a 3-color Doppelgang deck. Technically, it's not actually a Doppelgang deck, it just has Doppelgang, and its sort of big hit at the end of everything is Doppelgang, but it actually revolves around this card, World Soul's Rage. This is a lands deck more than anything. The idea of this deck is to just pump out as many lands as you can as fast as possible so that you can get a big burn spell out of World Spell's Rage for X mana. It also allows you to recur lands from your graveyard or put them back in your hand, which is why it's running 4 of these 2 Capenna search lands. I saw this list originally on... Oh, who was it? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember whose YouTube channel I originally saw this on. I want to say it was Mark Davis, actually, although he was running it somewhat differently. There was a handful of cards he was running that I wasn't. I just changed it up a bit for Best of One because there's just certain things that are more important to be able to deal with in this meta than other things. Like, for instance, I'm running 2 Burn Down the Houses. I don't think he was running any, or if he was running 1. Specifically, instead of running like something like Brotherhood's End, which is a very good sweeper on its own, because this can actually deal with Shieldred, which this deck doesn't deal with well without using, a Windsoul's Rage X6. But other than that, the other big cards in this deck are Spelunking. 4 copies of Spelunking, because it allows you to put in all of your tapped lands. There's a bunch of tapped lands in here. Untapped, which also works great with Doppelgang, because if you start copying multiple copies of your creature lands, which are your backup win condition, really, they can come in untapped. Obviously, they can't attack that turn, but they make for good blockers and stuff like that. They were running... His pile was running... I don't even remember what it's called. It's some legendary adventure creature, a Simic one that has, for green and a blue, you may play an additional land as its sorcery side, and I think you investigate as well. And then it's a 4-drop creature with flying otherwise. I'm just running a Zeus's Many Journeys instead. The main reason for that is just because this is a little bit better in the... Assuming you start off with it. You hit it on curve turn 2. It's better against mono red with the 3 life gain. The other creature was a 4 toughness creature, was slightly better since it doesn't die to Lightning Bolt. But it does still die to Witchstalker's Frenzy, which is, seeing more and more play because it gets around Shieldred. Again, Shieldred is just, the big thing. I'm not running the Channel Lands, Odawara, or Boseiju. I just feel like having more things to fetch into is more useful, because if you start drawing some of these basic lands, the Capenna lands become a little bit less useful. We've got double Galvanic Iteration, just because this is also a Mind Splice Apparatus deck, so you can get these X costs really high and then also copy it. There's a lot of weird sort of synergies between Galvanic Iteration and these other 2 cards that I'll go into later if it comes up. 4 copies of Ill-Timed Explosion. It's just a good 4-mana draw 2 and also possibly be a sweeper if you discard 2. Part of the reason I'm also running an extra Burn Down the House is because if you're at 4 mana, this is the only way you can deal with Shieldred if you don't have that 5th mana to play Burn Down the House, or if you don't have the double red. Oh, the other thing was the pile that I originally got this from had way less mountains. It was like 2 mountains and significantly more forests, which is very odd as there's... I mean, yes, there are green cards in the deck, but you're very red heavy as well, and it didn't make sense to me not to have more mountains than it did. 4 Picklock Prankster is the only actual creature in the deck, mostly just because you can run it as an instant to get all of these good instants and sorceries that you have in the deck. Otherwise, it's just a 2-mana 1/3, which is okay for a blocker if you absolutely need it. I didn't want to run creatures, or like I wanted to run as few creatures as possible for the mono black matchup, because it just sort of completely walls off their kill spells, right? They don't have any real use for the go for the throats, the cut downs, or anything like that. It's just these 2 things right here, and I guess if you make devils with Burn Down the House, but anyway, yeah, it's a really fun deck to play. That's kind of all I have to say about it. It's really fun to do stupid things with Doppelgang. It's really fun to throw 20 damage with a World Soul's Rage. It's a fun deck. It's a fun, and it's a very different deck. It's not the same mono red, super aggro pile, or the red-green pump pile. It's not the blue-white control, which this deck is very bad against, for the record. That's not true, actually. This deck is okay against that, just because of how many creature lands we run. So if you can cheat out some damage early with like World Soul's Rage, or maybe attacking with an Azusa, or Likeness of the Seeker, I'm sorry. The creature lands can really take you there, because they tend to only run 1 or 2 Field of Ruins, and it's just not enough with this. But yeah, it's a fun deck. Let's get into it. So hey, post recording Pink Reaper here. So you may notice that the video has sort of frozen on this screen and nothing is happening. I don't know why that happened. OBS just did not want to capture anything other than my mouse when I was recording this video. I didn't notice right away. I had started a game, and that's why you see my mouse moving in the background. And then I was like, yo, it's not recording. I ended up fixing this by not capturing the actual window, instead just capturing the entire screen. So I do have a recording to go here. But if anyone knows why this happened and could explain it to me, that would be great, because I don't understand what caused this to happen. All right, I'm back. I had some recording issues, but I am back. What do we got? I mean, that's a hand. I'm going second, though, so I'm definitely going to lose. I actually played... I didn't realize I was having recording issues, so I played, like, 4 games that just won't get recorded. Cool, I'm playing against a very fast aggro deck. I'm dead. There's no way I win this game. I have to kill this as soon as possible. But yeah, no, I played 4 games and lost every single one of them, usually just to not drawing lands into my 29 land deck somehow. Like, I don't understand what is happening. We got the Audacity too. Yep. Oh no, Ancestral Anger. Okay. I haven't actually seen that in this deck. All right. I have to just immediately throw out the blocker. I know that everything they have gives them trample, but I need to just slow them down. Not that I think I can. I don't think I can even slow them down enough to... Yeah, here comes Audacity. Oh, no, it's just another Ancestral Anger. There's Audacity. All right. So, I'm dead, I think? I take 5. They get to draw a card. I think because I can't kill this right now with World Soul's Rage, so I think I just have to... That is not a bad draw. But as I'm currently only on X spells, it also kind of is a bad draw. Another Audacity. Yep. Casual 4 damage. They'll get to draw another card on their turn. Or on my turn, I should say. What are you... You have a fling? Oh my god, you have a fling. I don't know why I didn't expect that. Wow. Yeah, this is how every... Look at that, 3 mana. I have not gotten to play at all today. This is how every game I have played has gone. I have died on turn 3 or 4 in every single game. Like, legitimately just been unable to play. Either that or I just never hit my 3rd or 4th land drop, so I had to just quit anyway. But yeah, this is how it's been going today. Maybe I should be going back to Black-White Life Gain. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can't drop out of Mythic, but... who cares? What I keep doesn't matter. I'm not going to get to play the game. I have not gotten to play the game, so who actually cares what I keep in my starting hand? I'm excited for Mountain into Play with Fire or Kumano or into Swift Spear. Just show it to me. Oh, we got Dinos. That's an interesting one. Well, I'm gonna miss a land drop. It's looking like... I just don't understand how this keeps happening. I don't know where all of my lands have gone. We got the 6/6. No, Belligerent. 6/6 next turn, so you can swing immediately for 6. And then also have another 6/6. I get it. Yep. Oh, we did it. We hit a land. Oh my god. Now I just need to hit like like the rest of this hand does nothing, so 6/6. 4/4. And I can't gain life? That's actually kind of annoying. Wait, is this that? Is this that one? No, it's not that one. Okay. Well... I mean, I can make a copy of something. It doesn't really help me right now, though. Let's just... Picklock Prankster. There's a Worlds. Into Picklock Prankster, I guess. I just have to absorb some damage. Which 5-drop do you have? The one that gives haste or the... Okay. That was not what I expected. Why would you even bother playing that, honestly? I'd have... Like, you have to have a 5-drop, right? Like... The, what's it called? Alright, well, I've lost anyway. Yep. I don't think this matters, but... No? Okay, so there's a Tolly or there is... Okay, I'm going to do something kind of strange looking here, but I promise it'll make sense. So the way this interaction works is I get to get these 2 fetch lands twice. Because there's 4 lands in my graveyard. I was only ever going to be able to get 4 lands out of this anyway, right? But this way I gain extra life while doing it. Alright, so now if they have the Haste Dinosaur, I don't immediately die. They can only make a 3/3 off of that. Let's also Picklock Prankster. For absolutely nothing, apparently, and then... And now how much mana do I have here? 3, 6... I actually didn't have enough for X equals 3 on the Doppelgang either. What was in your hand? Why did you quit there? Like, I don't understand. Like, I would have assumed if this is the hand you kept, like, with these cards... There must have been some large monster in there, right? Like an Atali or a Trumpeting Carnosaur. So how did you not... Whatever, I'll take the win. Maybe that's just the play. Maybe I just keep whatever random shit hand I get no matter what. This is actually a decent start. Never mind, mono red. Okay, so because I'm on the play, or I'm on the draw, this is a really bad hand. If I was on the play, this would actually be a pretty good hand. Yep, there's Felden. Because I would have been able to do this before they got to do this. I'm just behind now, unfortunately. I can at least... I can at least kill the what is it? Etching of Kamano, but actually I'm gonna have to kill that. Wow, they're all creature. This is bad for me. Luckily, I do gain 3 life here, so I'm actually up to 12, and then I'm going to gain 1 more, so I'm actually up to 13, but unfortunately, that's probably not going to be enough. I do have to kill the Swift Spear, because that is the most dangerous of their creatures, but again, it doesn't really matter. I'm too far behind here, because I had to go second. Like, that's really all there is to it. What do you got on 4? Charming Scoundrel, probably draw discard? Nope, Wicked Roll, just going for the kill. And I assume it's probably a Witchstalker's Frenzy in hand then. Because if it was a land, they almost certainly would have just draw discard. I can't live. Like, there's just nothing I can do here. I can make a copy of... I mean... There we go. I have 2 3/3s. But it's not going to matter. They definitely have a Witchstalker's Frenzy. Yep, here it is. Told you. That was an easy thing to tell. Love mono red. Love playing against mono red. This is why I played black white life gain all the way up to mythic, is because it just absolutely shits on mono red. I just didn't want to have to deal with mono red. I'm on like turn 4 and they've used every card in their hand and I'm still at 15 life. Like that was the entire thing. Kind of don't want Doppelgang here. It's not super useful card, but I am again on the draw as well. So if they're playing mono red, I'm scooping. I'm just not going to bother playing because this hand cannot possibly beat mono red. I may also just scoop because my opponent's not playing. Like, I don't care about my... If I cared about my percentage, I'd still be playing the deck that wins, so... Come on. You there? Hello? Hello? Shoutouts to all the emotes I have, which is just this one. It's not true. I actually have a bunch of other ones. I just didn't bother ever putting them on. Oh, there's my dragon. Is it me? Am I... Am I the one who's stuck? Nope, it's them. I always wonder, like, how this works. There it is. Like, is there some sort of, like, weird priority to how the timeout there works? Like, because they're on the play, if they don't click... Oh, cool, we're playing... This is probably Boros Control instead of, Boros Convoke. Oh, no, what are we playing here? I have absolutely no idea what is currently happening. I am absolutely going to need to kill that, though. I feel like that's just a true statement. So I guess I'm just playing against werewolves, but why the white? I assume I'm playing against werewolves. Like, you wouldn't... I don't feel like you run Kessig Naturalist unless... Yeah, there's another werewolf. Never mind. I think I actually have to kill that. I don't know what they may have in their hand that's big and scary, but I think I also don't want to find out. I'm also just going to put a land into play as well, because there's no reason not to ramp. I have Doppelgang in hand. I don't assume you play Halpak Piper unless you're playing some very... Oh, there it is. This is the card I was worried about. It's obnoxious because it controls the day-night cycle. It generates value by drawing cards. Like, oh, and we got to destroy target. Okay, well, that'll probably actually end up hitting Spelunking, which I'm okay with. He's going to get to turn it night. I don't get a choice about that. Let's see if we can... Ooh, there's a good one. I'm going to need a particularly large spell to make it worth anything, but it is a good card. This is unfortunate, though. So if he wanted to, if my opponent wanted to, they could actually destroy both Likeness Seeker and, oh my god, and a Storm Chaser. Or no, it's or Storm Charge Slasher. I almost never see the backside of this card. Interesting. Are you going to destroy Likeness Seeker, or are you going to destroy Spelunking? Okay. Well, they're going to get to draw a bunch of cards, gain a bunch of mana. I don't think unless I draw what do you call it? The oh yeah, he can pump it and give it trample as well. I mean, I guess he would have done that to whatever I block. I am down to 6. So unless I draw something particularly powerful right here, I do not think I can win. I mean, I guess we just go for it. Actually, yeah. And then I think we just draw 2 here. We decline that. The reason I did that is to switch it over to day. These cards are a lot less scary if it's day. That is going to be a problem I have to consider. Ugh, another one, cool. Okay, so how much mana do I have here? So I have Doppelgang for X2. Which really isn't good. Then the rest of my hand is completely useless. If I had one more land, I could actually do something very spicy here, but... Do I just hold here? I don't want it to become night is the problem. I think I just have to do this. So that leaves me a blocker, is the important thing. It doesn't switch it to night, and it leaves me a blocker. This gives +2/+0 and untaps. I wonder if he sees... Oh, no, he's not going to have enough mana. Never mind. Yes, he will. Okay, they didn't see it. What do you put into play, though? Oh. Oh, I did not realize that untaps the creature. Oh my god, I am in so much trouble. Alright, I do not think I can win. Activate only as a sorcery, right? Okay, well, I guess we just... Actually, hold on. We throw this one under the bus, because I do run cards that can get lands back from the graveyard. And we draw probably a land, if I had to guess. Oh, they didn't actually cast anything either. Holy cow. Well, that is a card. Let's start with that, I guess. Hold on. So, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even if I draw into burn down the house, it doesn't matter. So that leaves me with 6 mana. That's not enough. Well, I drew it. So I can deal with this problem currently. This will once again switch it back to day as well. The problem is I'm pretty sure I still just die either way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just die either way, but... Man, this has been rough. Outline Liberator? No, interesting. Okay, well, there's a card. How many lands do I actually have in the graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, do I have to... Yeah, I can just do this. Actually, hold on. Can I just win? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can just win. Let's not overthink this too much. We're going to submit 0. Submit 0. We win! I cannot believe we won that game. Of all of the games to win, that was one I definitely didn't feel like we could have. My opponent actually could have won that game. So the turn that they put everything into play with Halpak Leader, they could have. They didn't. So they put an extra Halpak Leader into play that I don't think they actually needed to do. They could have put Averbrook Caretaker into play, and then they could have animated their land still with the mana they had left. And then they could have put 2/1/1 counters on the... Or not 2/1/1 count... Well, yeah. I forgot. Averbrook does that. They put 2/1/1 counters on the creature as well as attack with it. I would have been forced to take damage, essentially. I would have been forced to take at least 4 or possibly 6 damage. Just depending on how they used the 1/1 counters. And obviously, I would have been at a lot less life there. They could have won that game. I feel like there is a tendency among a lot of players to not think about their creature lands, or their opponent's creature lands for that matter. Oh, this will be a really good hand if I draw a green source. And also I'm not playing against mono red. There's the green source. Okay, so we just... I have no reason to hold this. Ooh, and we even got it. That was a perfect 1 instant or sorcery and 3 lands with a Windsoul's Rage in hand is perfect right there. Ooh, and we hit the Spelunking. So, is this a Jeskai pile? Like, what am I... I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting here. Do you have Destroy Evil? Like, you do. You have Destroy Evil. Oh, it might be Get Lost. What am I thinking? No, I was wrong. It was Destroy Evil. Oh, my goodness. That's totally fine, though. Um, so this is definitely a control pile. Oh, there's a Chrome Host Seed Shark. Was not expecting that. I think unfortunately that means I have to get rid of the Mind Splice apparatus. I can't allow... Oh, okay, cool. I have an extra one. Didn't draw a land there. That's bothersome. Gonna keep the Silver Scrutiny, actually. There's a Celestis. Okay, so I'm actually just going to hard cast Apparatus now. I could be walking into a Farewell, but if they get rid of their own Celestis, that's actually good for me, and it also taps them out. Zergo and Ojutai. None of this is what I was expecting. Although I guess I should. This was an old Jeskai deck. Zergo and Ojutai doesn't actually bother me that much. I think I just go for the big hit right now, right? Do really wish I had that. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do this first. Did not hit a single land with that. It's kind of bothersome. Do I hold it then? I think I hold it. Because this is going to be Zergo Ojutai again, probably. Oh, no, Memory Deluge. Okay. They're scared. They're understanding they need to be scared because they just got completely outvalued. I have way more cards in hand than they do. And they see Galvanic Iteration. No one plays Galvanic Iteration for anything, like, fair. You play it to do evil things, usually. So do I just go for it? I think we do. I can actually hit for 15 right now. Or not 15, I'm sorry. I can hit for 10 right now. So that doesn't get countered. I guess if one of these gets countered, I'm not as worried. I doubt this is a deck running Spell Pierce. I'm sure they're running some sort of counter spell, though. So one of these will get countered. Is that everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's... Alright. Did not get countered. That's very interesting. Definitely putting all of that into play, because that means I can get both of these back again. Well, I've very much outmanned my opponent. Very interesting, I haven't drawn any of my creature lands yet. I guess worst comes to worst, if I draw Doppelgang, I can just make a bunch of their creature land. So this will probably be Zergo Ojutai again. Oh no, what is happening? I guess they were just trying to not cast anything to gain life. I guess that makes sense. There's a creature land. Let's just draw 2. Alright, not super useful cards. That'll get rid of the creatures. Alright, let's Let's get extra spicy. I bluffed my opponent into thinking I had another burn spell. So I guess they just didn't have a counter? Were they all... This might be a board wipe type of deck instead of a... No, but even board wipes don't make sense if you're running a Seed Shark deck. Is it all just like targeted removal? Smites, destroy evils, get lost, none of which destroy Mind Splice for the record. Yeah, I guess they just assumed that I had another World Souls Rage. Maybe they had a counter, but if they have only one counter and they have to use it for this, it doesn't really stop me, right? I was actually just going to draw like 40 cards and deck myself, but we take it. Oh, we got a Chandra Avatar. You know what that means? I'm playing against Mono Red. How are you only 90% if you're playing Mono Red? Ooh, this is a horrible hand. Literally unplayable. And I'm on the draw. Cool. I do believe... Okay, this is a... Excuse me. This is a better hand. I mean, right now that Galvanic Iteration is kind of meaningless. Alright, let's see it. Mountain? Well, it is a mountain. Not sure what it is. I'm going to start with this. I'm just going to go right into gaining life. I feel like that's important. It needs to be green. It needs to be green because I'm going to be playing Azusa's next turn. Into Broker's Hideout. This is... So is this... There's a few things this could be. This actually might be another Reanimator deck. Especially if you're running the Surveil lands, I could see that. I would love an untapped land. That is not an untapped land, but it is a good land to get back from the graveyard. So we're just going to go ahead and grab a mountain. Pass the turn. This is a red-heavy deck. It's got to be some form of control deck. Is there like a Koth coming? You know. That is any target, right? Yes. Although I guess I also have to burn down the house. But... Actually, you know what? I am gonna just sit there. If they have a Proliferate, I'm gonna be real sad, but I don't think there's anything in red. Oh, no, I guess there's one. If they go, like, what is it? Cacophony Scamp into a burn spell to kill their own Cacophony Scamp to... Oh my goodness. Okay, well... This is going to make things a little more difficult, but I'm actually okay with that. I would have never expected this. I said, having just said that. Alright, so 4 damage to face, that's fine. Not actually super worried about that right now. So I think we just go X4 on this. Not, that was too many. Regain some of that life we just lost. I mean, make no mistake, their ability to deal damage to me every turn is going to be bothersome, but it's not that worrying. Let me grab another blue. Quintorius Khan. Discovering 4 into a Chandra. Oh, this burn down the house is about to be spicy. No, importantly, no mountain there. All right, let us I guess I only need 3 mana. Let me draw 5 here. Yeah, let's draw 5. That'll allow me to hold up the Picklock Prankster as well. So let's just burn down the house. It's 4 to me, but I'm fine. I'm still at 18. This'll probably be the monk. Yeah. Not worried about that. So this is a red-white Super Friends deck. I would not have expected that. Totally okay with that mill, if I'm being honest. Ooh. Ooh. Can't make a copy of this, unfortunately. That'd be real fun, though. What do I want to do here? I think I can just win next turn if I doppelgang for something big and just hit a bunch of lands. I don't think my opponent will be able to kill me. So I think the play here is just one of these, and one of these. This will let me hold up a blocker as well. Yeah, there's the Lightning Helix. Not really that surprising. I guess I could also just burn down the house and really not have to worry about anything. Do I just do that? Do I just burn down the house right this second? Yeah, let's just burn down the house. So I haven't actually counted here. How much do we have here? 2, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This will be 15, 16, 17, 20. I actually don't have enough to kill. Right? I don't have enough to kill. Because this is 7. I can't count these. So 8, 9, 12, 17, 21? Wait, is this exact? Can I do 21? Oh, they might have a Lightning Helix. Let's scrutiny for 7. Okay, does it seem like they have a Lightning Helix? I also think it doesn't matter anymore, because now that I have that, I can do some spicy stuff. Okay, I don't know how... 3, 6, 7, 14? I miscounted, apparently. 15, 16, 17? So this is for 17? Yeah. And then because I have all of these lands in here, I can just play another one. So this is how you, like, my opponent did nothing for the first few turns, and that's not surprising because they're very clearly playing, like, some manner of control deck. Yeah, they kind of saw the writing on the wall there. This is the sort of deck you want to be playing against with this deck, a mid-range, sort of slow, grindy deck. You absolutely win that matchup. Ooh, Jace Avatar. Definitely playing against a control player. Fantastic. It's not the worst on account of all the, like I've said earlier, all of the man lands that are in the deck, but still, it is not the best either. Yep, Dimir control. I think we hold. There's no reason to put out the Prankster just yet. I will get another green, since I'm going to need it for Restless Ridgeline. Unfortunately, because it's Dimir control instead of blue-white control, they are... Oh, it's this deck. Okay. Not as worried about this deck. I'm going to need to find another red source at some point, which is kind of obnoxious, but... Who was it? Covert Go Blue, CGB, just made a video about this deck very recently. It's just pure Dimir control. The only... I think the only counter spells it actually runs is Urtai. Yeah, I'm not particularly worried about this. I'll wait until they tap out for something. My life total's like high enough to the point where I don't really have to worry about it. This has Ward 2, right? Yeah. Let's grab the Doppelgang since I have another Prankster already. Ooh, Mind Splice. Okay, that will get some... That will almost certainly get something out of them. That's totally fine. This is a very, like, removal-heavy deck as opposed to counter-heavy, so... there may just not be a counter in hand, but... Come on, play out the Urtai. Oh, you are running negates? You changed this then, because the original one wasn't running negate. Well, let's go ahead and play Ill-Timed Explosion. It'll probably also get negated. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. I mean, I don't really need to discard anything big. I can just discard these two. He'll put the coat back in. Oh, sir. Oh, right. It's an equipment. I forgot. It's not something that just goes away. So Cryptic Coat's probably going back to hand. That's fine. I think I just hold out for another Picklock Prankster. Oh no, it's an Insight deck. That's interesting. You know what? Let's see what you would have got. Yeah, I don't want you. Definitely don't want you having the Mind Splice apparatus. Thank you. Fill my grave with a bit more lands. Unfortunately, because so this is not the Dimir control deck I thought it was. This is a very different sort of one. This is not the CGB pile. Celestis? Scrutiny. Well, if they've got counters, they've got counters, but I need to get them out of the hand. I'd rather resolve, like, any of these cards more than this. Oh, really? You're just letting me do that? Okay. I don't think the life gain will matter that much, but I mean, I have no reason not to. Alright, let's grab all the mountains. Actually, I think only one of these gets mountains. Yeah, everything else is Broker's Hideout. That's unfortunate. Okay, I actually can't get Broker's Hideout anymore. I've gotten every possible land I can get with it. Coat to hand. Probably just play Coat. Yep. I assume your alternate win con in this is like a Jace. There's another. So what do I... How much do I have? I have 6, 7, 8. So I could do Doppelgang for 2. Is that really good? Not really. This can't be blocked, right? Yeah. Well, let's see if we can... I'm really just trying to get a counterspell out of their hand. We'll discard a Burn Down and a Restless Spire, I think. And then this will hold up for Mind Splice Apparatus. Probably just Siphon Insight again. Not really worried about that. A lot of the cards in my deck don't really do anything with this deck. It's a lot of X spells that require a ton of mana to be valuable in any shape or form, so... I mean, they might get like a... Okay, that's a cut down. They might get a Spelunking, which would just be nice to draw cards and have... Chrome Host Seed Shark. Alright, do you have a negate? If you do, it's fine. So is it just... It looks like it's just the coat holding... Oh, wow, we get a fold right there. See, I think a lot of this is just the face-up cards I have, right? Like, having face-up Galvanic and face-up Doppelgang means my opponent is in a lot of trouble. One of the things I can do here... so how much... What do I have here? 2, 8, 9... So I have Doppelgang for 3 face-up, right? But instead of doing Doppelgang for 3, what I can do is Galvanic Iteration and Doppelgang for 2. And that would allow me to hit something twice. Like, normally you have to choose X different permanents, right? So if I did for 3, I couldn't, for instance, choose Mind Splice twice. I'd have to do Mind Splice plus something plus something. So most likely what I would do in that case is I do Galvanic Iteration for 2, and probably target Chrome Host Seed Shark and Cryptic Coat. And then with the other one, do another Chrome Host Seed... Maybe not another Chrome Host, because they probably have some manner of board wipe. But then it would probably be like a Mind Splice and a land. And then I'd have probably, obviously, a blue land. And then I'd have a mana to do like Picklock Prankster or Instant Speed Silver Scrutiny to make something off the Chrome Host. Yeah, that was an interesting game. I was very much expecting that to be the YouTuber pile, though. Everyone loves to net deck. I mean, I did. I net decked this. I saw someone playing it, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so fun. And I kind of net decked Black-White Life Gain. Someone just played it against me, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather just play something that doesn't lose to Mono Red. Sure. I've apparently learned that just keep whatever... This hand does nothing for 4 turns. Or for 3 turns, though, so... Oof. So on the one hand, we have the Jace avatar, which makes me think this is a control player. But on the other hand, anyone who mulligans down like that, probably playing mono red. Ooh, is this... This is Black-White Life Gain. Okay. I'm actually totally okay with Black-White Life Gain. This deck does very well against that. I guess grab another red. Or is this just the mono-white pile? Okay, this is going to be a bit of a problem. I think, unfortunately, I actually do just have to kill the Luminarch Veteran. Let's go ahead and grab another blue, I think. Because if that Voice of the Blessed gets too much life, or too many woman counters on it, I can't deal with it anymore, so, you know. I mean, my way of dealing with it is just to make so many Voice of the Blessed and Luminarchs that it just... Okay. Okay, so here we just board wipe. Play the tap land, Ill-Timed Explosion. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't even have to discard these. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna discard the Mind Splice Apparatus. Do I? Nope. I'm gonna keep it. That's really greedy, because keeping the second board wipe is actually kind of very important for this deck. For this deck, the one I'm playing against. It does appear to just be mono white life gain, though, so... do I just hold open the Picklock and the Mind Splice? I think I do. Swing for 3? I'm also going to avoid animating any... Okay, swing for 3. Swing for 4? I don't know what's happening. Alright, well, Mind Splice Apparatus. And a Picklock Prankster. I mean, the correct choice is Ill-Timed Explosion, but I'm taking the scrutiny. I just want the extra cards. Draw 5? This is the type of slow deck that doesn't, like, that requires a couple of extra turns to set up that, like, my deck just eats. It just feasts upon. Because, like, Voice of the Blessed does nothing without a life gain outlet, so... Splendid Angel, that is kind of an annoying card. I can kill it, but I'd much rather just play the Spelunking. Now I can kill it again. I feel like if I do the Ill-Timed Explosion, they're just going to quit. Like... There's no universe where I board wipe again and they don't just give up. But let's do it anyway. Oh, wow. Okay. Spelunking land. They will gain a bit of life. Look how far behind they are on lands, too. Like... Okay, that is... How did you reach Mythic? Like, you're literally just like, I don't want to lose to mono red, and that's it. Didn't even get a land off that. I mean, that's understandable, though. I can't imagine anything in this deck requires that many, like, that much mana to play. This is probably the highest... These two cards are probably the highest. Maybe there's probably a Wandering Emperor in there. Maybe the 5-drop Elspeth. How much do I have here? 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah. So this will be Doppelgang X2. Oh, right. I'm dumb. I have these. Then we just do it again, except this time we do this. That land. Just gonna draw a bunch of cards if you don't mind. Wow, only one land out of all of that. Alright. Nah, we keep going. You can't see this and want to keep playing, right? Like... Alright, so there is World Soul's Rage. I definitely win next turn. What does this even flip into? I don't even think I can flip this. Do I just try it? I don't really have anything else to do. Yeah, let's just try. Oh, no, 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 hold on. Let's make my 3 devils with... I have no idea if this works. I'm just going to find out now. Okay, that's fine. I feel like it just disappears. Yeah, okay. That was totally worthless. I just wanted to see. It doesn't matter. On my next turn, I have World Soul's Rage twice. I don't care that you have 20. You could gain another 20 life. It's not going to save you. All right. Boonbringer Valkyrie. Wasn't expecting that. You did it. You got a 5/5 with... I don't even think I need to Galvanic. I'm pretty sure I can just do X27. I'm just going to try it and see if it works. Okay. Well, that's it. That's what you came to see, right? Oh yeah, we had real fun in this one.